It makes me wonder if I need to take a big shot sooner rather than later.
Taylor's HOH has officially shaken things up with the leftovers, and with an unprecedented twist officially in motion, you have to wonder if the dominant alliance survives this week. Well, they did survive Indy singing. Let's talk Big Brother Season 24 because the chaos is unreal. I'm Anna Rumer and this is Pop Culture Social Call. We pick up where Wednesday's cliffhanger left off. Kyle trying to find a way out of using the veto to backdoor his own showmance Alyssa despite the urging of the leftovers. Kyle spends a lot of this episode being pouty.
It just sucks being like, I'm about to backdoor her. Like, that's gnarly, dude.
And the leftovers spend it being passive-aggressive about his showmance.
He's putting his showmance above the leftover alliance priorities.
But in the end, they come to a consensus. Nominations stay put with Indy and Terrence, and Kyle doesn't use the veto. It's anticlimactic, but Kyle is right to not want to backdoor Alyssa. I mean, just morally, if not from a jury management standpoint. Taylor does try to inject a little drama into things, though, to throw off the scent of the leftovers.
You were supposed to use veto!
Okay, these theatrics were awkward, but they fooled Jasmine and Alyssa, so alright. Now, a lot of his 2-hour episode focused on the punishments handed out in the veto, which were hilarious, if filler. Although if I never have to hear Joseph and Taylor's skid and fancy accents again, it will be too soon.
There are worse people I could be handcuffed to, but there's no one better than my little Joseph over here.
I was coming around to losers by the end, though. Most importantly, Big Brother did address the whole Kyle scandal that's been going down on the feeds. Now, he heavily implied he was worried all the people of color in the house were working together to evict the white players, citing last season's cookout as reason for his concern.
But what I'm not gonna do is assume that people are in an alliance based on race or any other factor.
Now, Michael and Brittany are not comfortable with that whole conversation. Brittany straight up tells Kyle she can't participate if the lines are drawn between white and POC players, and that they can't even assume that that's happening without any evidence. I'm really glad they addressed this on the show because it's been leading to some really uncomfortable undertones on the show, and it's important to understand Kyle's mindset moving forward. When we finally get to the eviction, the leftovers have already agreed to target Indy, and the rest of the house falls in line. She's voted out 7-1 with Michael throwing her a sympathy vote. Now, this was interesting. Indy told Julie she doesn't blame Taylor for her eviction, but Kyle, citing their Five Swatters alliance, which is still a horrible name, and him not using the veto on her. It's now that we finally get to the twist. Julie reveals to the beyond shocked players about the split house twist, which is gonna work like this. 5 house guests will live indoors at the 𝐏𝐶𝐻𝐿a Music Festival, while the other 5 live in the backyard all week at Dyer Fest. They're playing 2 simultaneous and separate Big Brother games this week. Each fest has their own HOH and 2 nominees, meaning there's only 2 votes cast to evict. I mean, if there was ever a time to take out a strong player, this is it. After a spot the VIP comp, the 2 HOH positions this week go to Michael, who as the actual winner gets to be a HOH of 𝐏𝐶𝐻𝐿a inside, and Terrence, who as the runner-up will be HOH for Dyer Fest outside. As for who will be where, they're going gym class style picking alternate players, and we'll have to wait to see how that shakes out next episode. My only complaint is it should have been random. Come on, make these house guests sweat a little. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, like and subscribe while you're there, and head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumer, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.